I want to welcome you all this afternoon on this fine day. It's a very good turnout, bigger than what we thought, but it's wonderful you could be here. To begin things off, we're going to make some introductions. We've got some dignitaries here. First, I'd like to start with, his name is Vincent Floriani. Did I do that right, Vincent? Vincent. Thank you. And Vincent is the Consul General of France in the Chicago office. And I have a little bit of a biography here I'd like to tell because this guy's done some really neat things. Vincent Floriani became Consul General of France in Chicago with a jurisdiction of 13 Midwestern states in 2014. Vincent is alumni of the L'École Nationale Administration. Upon graduating in 1999, he was assigned to the United States Division of the French Ministry in Foreign Affairs in Paris. His responsibilities include Iraq, Libya, and the reform of the Security Council. He became head of the Press and Communication Office at the French Embassy in London in 2005, and in 2007 served as the British Department of International Development as an exchange diplomat. In 2008-2011, he was the deputy head of mission at the Embassy of France in Dubai and the United Emirates. Earlier in his career, he served in Romania, Indonesia, Kenya, and Uganda. Vincent Floriani is married and has 3 sons. The next one we have is Pasquale Thomas. And Pasquale is, she is the press and communication attaché with the Consul General of France. So nice to have you here, Pasquale.
Thank you.
Our other guests. Sharon Anderson, if you'd stand. Sharon is the Department Auxiliary President this year, that's in the state of Iowa, and her husband Richard Anderson is here. There is Richard, and Richard is the past Department of Iowa Service Officer, and thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Next we have Jackie Tyne. Jackie is the second District Auxiliary President, and her husband Ron Tyne, and he is our district chaplain. So would you stand, Ron?
Standing.
You were there, right?
I was telling you to sit down.
And it's wonderful to have you here. Thank you. Next we have for John Pitlow. And John Pitlow is 2nd District Vice Commander. And John also serves as the Post 273, and he is our service officer here. And John, I want to point out, is largely responsible for these awards that are going to be given out today. John, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Give a big hand to John.
Yes.
And last, we have Vivian Pitlow. Vivian is the president of the Bellevue Auxiliary, and Vivian has put this little thing all together. Vivian, thank you so much. And my name is Rob Robin, and I am the current commander of the Post 273 here in Bellevue, and I'm very glad to have all of you here. Today, we have been summoned here to give a great tribute to 2 of our brothers in arms, who served with great distinction in service of their country during World War II. And I'll turn it over to you.
Dear Mrs. Anderson, dear Mrs. Tyne, dear Commander Robin, dear Vice Commander Pitlow, dear Mr. Jackson, dear Mr. Nichols, dear family and friends, honored veterans, and everyone gathered here today. It's a great honor and privilege to be with you here today in Bellevue. Bellevue, I don't know what that is. A city with a beautiful French name, to pay tribute to Mr. Orville Jackson and Lester Nichols, two brave men who were ready to sacrifice their life for France and Western Europe during the Second World War. I would also like to dedicate this special acknowledgement to all the American soldiers who, like you, Mr. Jackson and Mr. Nichols, embark on the difficult and dangerous journey to free a whole continent from intolerance, violence, and the tyranny of fascism. As we are commemorating this year the centenary of the entry of the US into World War I, we also have to remember, and all of those who, a generation earlier, came to save Europe. I will have the privilege to come back to the Historical Museum of the great state of Iowa on April 7 with my German colleague for World War I commemoration. Regarding World War II, 73 years ago, many young Americans put their ideals, their might, and their courage to the service of democracy and the dignity of humankind. From June 6, 1944, they fought bravely, battle after battle, across France, and like Mr. Orville Jackson and Mr. Lester Nichols, they witnessed the worst of the war. Many did not return, but they are in our hearts. Unfortunately, Mr. Jackson and Mr. Nichols are here to help us remember. Twice, last century, in 1917 and 1944, American soldiers restored freedom to my country, France. The French people will never forget what they owe America, our steadfast friend, partner, and ally. From Lafayette and Yorktown to the battlefields of World War I and the shores of Normandy, our two countries have always stood shoulder to shoulder to defend and promote the values of freedom and democracy that are the core of who we are. And I'm glad to see these values again on this post here. On June 6, 1944, the tide turned. The D-Day landing changed the course of the history of humanity. Victory was still far off and there was much suffering, but hope was alive again at last. Today, it is that same hope, that same ideal that we owe to those men whom we can never forget. For the French people, all the veterans are heroes. Their engagement is an example, an obligation for us and for future generations. I'm so happy to see very young people here. There can be no future without memory. The torch they carried so high and so far, the torch of freedom and of dignity, of justice and democracy, still lights our way. Faced with the uncertainties of a changing world, let us strive to be loyal to the legacy, the sacrifice and the values of the heroes who liberated France and Western Europe. The French Legion of Honor shows France's eternal gratitude to all the veterans. Mr. Orville Jackson and Mr. Lester Nichols deserve this prestigious decoration. Mr. Orville Jackson entered active service in December 1942 at age 20. From October 1944 until May 1945, Mr. Jackson participated in two major campaigns, the Rhineland and Central Europe. He was assigned to Company B of the 409th Infantry Regiment with the 103rd Division, where he was an armorer artificer. Mr. Jackson, you landed in Marseille in southern France, and you were immediately deployed to the Eastern Front. In November, Mr. Jackson, and you and your comrade fought in the Vosges region, and you met heavy enemy resistance. You successfully captured several cities, including Saint-Dié, Diefenbach, and Célestat. Mr. Jackson, you were wounded on December 2nd and captured, and you were held prisoner until April 29, 1945. Thank you for your service, sir. Mr. Lester Nichols, you entered active service in September 1944, also at the age of 20. From January 1945 until July 1946, you participated in 2 major campaigns, also in Rhineland and Central Europe. You were assigned to Company H, 991st Infantry Regiment with the 75th Division, where you were a heavy machine gunner. Soon after landing in France, Mr. Nichols, you were deployed in central Alsace, where you took part in the Battle of Colmar against the German 19th Army. In February, once the region cleared, combat continued in the Rhine and the Vosges mountains. Mr. Michaels, you were later deployed in Poland and in Germany, in particular in the hard forest. Thank you for your service, sir. Thanks to your courage, to France's American friends and allies, France has been living in peace for 7 decades. The longest period of continuous peace in modern French history. Dear Mr. Orville Jackson and Mr. Lester Nichols, in recognition of your heroic actions and to show our gratitude, the President of the French Republic nominated you to the Legion of Honor. Created by Napoleon Bonaparte in 1802, it is the highest honor that France can bestow upon those who have achieved remarkable deeds for France. I could not be more honored to present the Legion of Honor medal to you today. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now I will present the medal to each of you. I will say a few words in French, which is much easier for me. So I will start with Mr. Jackson. Monsieur Jackson, au nom du président de la République, je vous fais chevalier de la Légion d'honneur. Congratulations. Monsieur Michels, au nom du président de la République, je vous fais chevalier de la Légion d'honneur.
Vincent, thank you very much. Would either of you two like to say anything? Orville, I know you were writing things down.
Thank you from everybody. Did a great investment.
You're welcome. Lester?
I appreciate it very much, and I wish some of the veterans that aren't here would have got it too. But if I had to go back in, I'd go back in tomorrow.
Well put. You two men are an inspiration to our community. Your feats were a long time ago. But what they did serve us well today, and will serve us well in the future. History is important, and it always will be. It's like was said a little bit ago, we got to know where we come from to know where we're going forward to. And these two gentlemen are a shining example of that. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Vincent for making the trip from Chicago here. He does a lot of traveling. This has been a very, very good thing for this small community. Pasquale, loved having you here too. Thank you very much. And the best of luck. Vive la France.